Now for a Bitcoin and digital asset update with Matt Harry of DigitalX. Matt, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, Jackson. Nice to be back.
We'll get to the Coinbase story in a moment because this is a huge one. But first of all, can you give us a bit of a market update?
Yeah, so as you said there, we had some pretty exciting news this week with the Coinbase IPO or direct listing on the NASDAQ. Last week when I spoke with Adrian, the market was consolidating around that $60,000 mark at all-time highs. It appears that the Coinbase IPO has provided enough impetus to break out to the top side. We've traded as high as $65,000, and that actually dragged the top tier alts with it as well. So we saw some pretty spectacular performances from things like Ethereum, up 22% on the week to 2,500 US, and Litecoin as well. Pretty spectacular week there too, 28% higher at $285 per Litecoin. So the market is extremely buoyant at the moment, and I would say expecting further topside. And in fact, we saw on Tuesday night, our time, the CEO of Goldman Sachs, David Solomon, actually during an earnings call said that he believes it is inevitable that Bitcoin will surpass gold in terms of market cap. So Bitcoin's currently trading at 10% of gold's market cap. So those of you that are thinking that you're potentially too late to the party and it's run too far already, I would suggest that, with even the world's largest allocators and smartest investment minds saying that they believe it can 10x from here, there's still plenty of time to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. With Coinbase's listing, just how important is this for the crypto industry, broadly speaking?
Yeah, sure. Look, it's really important. And just to give you a little bit of colour around that, Coinbase is the largest US-based digital asset exchange. It's seen some pretty astronomical growth figures. So during Q1 of 2021, the platform saw a 100% increase in user numbers. It also saw a 150% increase in the value of digital assets exchanged on the platform. So it was very much a highly anticipated listing. It listed with $100 billion valuation, which is actually makes it larger than the NASDAQ itself. It also makes it larger than the New York Stock Exchange parent company, Intercontinental Exchange. So really, really significant. In fact, the New York Times called it crypto's coming out party. And said that it was a landmark event for crypto, which truly it was. It's all really good news for digital assets. It just demonstrates that ongoing mainstream adoption and acceptance that we're seeing.
Yeah, just very quickly before we wrap up, has anything else got your attention?
Anything else got my attention? Look, there was some pretty interesting news this week in that Gary Gensler was appointed the head of the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States by the Biden administration. I spoke with Adrian last week about the potential for a SEC-approved ETF sometime this year. Gary Gensler is seen as very crypto-friendly, so perhaps we have just taken one step closer to that ETF being approved sometime in the coming months.
Okay, we're going to have to wrap up the chat there. Matt Harry from DigitalX, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Jackson. You're welcome.